you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Hey. That's right, it's me, Mackerel Phones, and I'm doing yet another video. These things just keep coming. This one is Even the Ocean, or rather, Mackerel Phones plays Even the Ocean. This is from the developer of a much, or at least somewhat older game called Anodyne. Anodyne is a top-down Zelda-style game and one of my all-time favorite video games, so I've been very interested and kind of excited to play Even the Ocean for quite some time. And wouldn't you know it, when I'm recording this in August of 2019, the developers have of course made Anodyne 2, before I even played their second game. Who am I kidding? I'll probably play Anodyne 2 at some point on this channel if it lasts long enough. I just want to finish a game, and I don't have to go back, and like it's not another thing on a pile. I can just do it. Wait, what? I was gonna say I can just edit it immediately, like the next day, but what do you mean how I'd like to play it? Full game. The game in its entirety. Skip the power plant levels from the game. Okay, so... Oh, I like that. It's an accessibility thing if you just want the story. Oh, I didn't expect you in here. Are you a Jawa man? No, you're a storyteller. Am I gonna read this one? Fine. Oh, hello there, human. Integral to this world and this story are the two polarized energy types that infuse all matter. Some call them dark and light. Well, in the world I come from, we call them positive and negative charges. Others refer to them by their hues of purple and green. An occasional few use the mathematically derived X and Y. At varying scales, all systems are affected by their energy alignment, the proportion of one energy type to the other contained within the system. Dark energy is strongly associated with horizontal motion, light with vertical. I guess that's X and Y, yeah. Is that derived from the letter? Like, Mem Aleph? Cassidy. She's a working woman. I grew up near here. Actually, I was kind of glad to get this as my first assignment, since I'm familiar with the area. I used to sneak into the plant as a kid and look for the machinery that I'd read about in my copy of Large-Scale Energy Management, Standards and Procedures. Although, I guess I shouldn't tell you about the sneaking in part. Cassidy will be okay with me if I can do the work. I hope so. Must be the red ferns around how they got that name. I don't really care where those grow, to be honest. This is some kind of hazmat mech suit, huh? Alright, depending on how long you hold it down will affect the height and length of your jump. I'm not sure whether Aleph is a man or a woman. It's also a good thing we're wearing these suits, because look at all that pollen. Oh, there's even more pollen now. Oh, I see. These different flowers correspond to the different types of energy. Yeah, if we weren't wearing these suits, our allergies be acting up. We'd be sneezing all over the place. If we sneezed in this helmet, it wouldn't get on anyone, so that's nice, I guess. Uh-oh. Whoa, what was that? Sounded like a huge lightning strike. Maybe an explosion? I'd better be careful. What's afoot here, Cassidy? Aleph! Get off the bridge! Cassidy? Cassidy, I'm sorry. I have to continue on. I have to get out of here. But my path is blocked by this vent spewing loose energy. What's it doing here? This isn't the power plant we're in, these are tree roots. I think this'll work. Aleph salvages the chest piece of her suit. Oh, never mind, it is a woman. Oh, God, leave it to me to just make a horrible first-time impression. Alright, I see. Green is, green energy. Purple is dark energy. It's safe and often unavoidable for Aleph's energy alignment to shift around as she works. But if the bar fills completely with either energy, it's curtains for Aleph. Now this is fine. Personally, I've often had a really hard time with wall jump mechanics in games. I feel like this one, it just feels a lot more intuitive than some games. I know I said positively and negative charged energy, earlier. Electrons and neutrons, electrons and protons. That's not really the same thing, is it? Obviously not. And anyway, our universe also has has more fundamental elements to it than that, in terms of energy, I mean. Since our universe has quarks, which have flavors. What are those flavors? Again, let's see, there's, I know I can, drop down, but I don't want to. I just want to feel that sand sliding. No, there's up, down, top, bottom, charm, and strange. I love that. I love the idea that strange quark is a scientific term and not some fantasy thing. So these power plants are totally unmanned, huh? I guess what I just don't understand is, what is the mechanical purpose of just firing bolts of energy like this? There doesn't seem to be a circuit or something, It'd be one thing if they were firing into another terminal, then I could imagine how that might be giving it some kind of charge. As it is, though, I don't know. And look at the background. Even the power plant's still in this root-filled cave. It's offline as expected, but I should be able to fix this place up and contact Whiteforge. Looks like some of the delicate crystal lenses have been fried. I'll need to place the proper type of crystal lens into those receptors with the pink lasers. I can get crystal lenses from the dispensers on the ground. I'll have to be careful. If a crystal lens hits any sort of energy concentration, light or dark, it'll shatter. Looks like there's a receptor right ahead I can repair. There should be a few others to take care of as well. This is the, lens, right? I guess so. Good, that's one down. Wasn't so dangerous. Oh wait, I see. Yeah, this could get rather dangerous, huh? Oh, that was totally unnecessary? Yes. I'll wait for this weird ball thing to go up. There's probably some, technical reason it has to move, it can't just be still. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't design it this way, it's just dangerous. 03A, what's happening out there? Where's Technician 18C? We lost radio contact with your suits. Cassidy is dead. There was a freak accident with some lightning and... I don't know how to get her out. I had to leave her at the bottom of a pit. Are you injured, technician? No, I think I'm fine. Good. We'll see you back in Whiteforge soon for your debriefing. A crew will be sent to retrieve Cassidy's body. Oh. Okay. Bye. It's an old school Final Fantasy Dragon Quest Overworld deal. I guess I know what the rich part of town is. I went home, ate some noodles. I heard there was a funeral for Cassidy scheduled for this weekend. I didn't really know her. Today was the first time we'd worked together. But I want to go. Anyway, good night, journal. Cassidy loved the earth, the soil. Sometimes, even after working all day as a power plant technician, she'd come home and work in the garden. Most of you have had a bunch of her vegetables and herbs. It was her special place. So in a way, it feels right. Returning her to that place now. Returning her to the moss and the dirt and the bugs that she called her friends, knowing that this is where she wanted to end up. As part of the earth. As part of everything. And she's a part of us, too. She lives on in the ways she affected us, and in the ways we go on to affect others, in an ever-expanding ripple across time, even after her conscious memory has faded from the earth. It's scary, yeah? Could have happened to any of us. Especially could have happened to you, Aleph. Cassidy was a very good technician, you know? Feels like the world's just getting more and more dangerous. Might just be my imagination, you know? But feels like it. You know. Must be your little speech tick. We all got those. Oh, you're our boss, right? Kinda morbid. All that stuff about getting eaten by bugs. Guess that's what these people think about. Oh, Technician 03A. Mayor Biggs has asked to see you. When you're finished up here, I'll take you to him. Oh, the mayor? He wants to see me? Why? Government business. Aleph, please call me Richard. Thanks so much for coming. Okay, of course. What can I do for you? Well, Aleph, I've been informed about the way you handled yourself down at Fey Rouge, and I have to say, I'm impressed. You showed some really remarkable ingenuity in the face of some very tragic circumstances. And on your first mission, no less. Thank you. I just want you to know that I'm rooting for you, Aleph. And if there's anything you need, you can come talk to me at any time. I'm your friend, okay? Oh, okay. Great. I'm glad you feel the same way. What a great moment. Can we get a shot of this, Hastings? Thank you so much, Hastings. Now, I'm gonna level with you, Aleph, because we're friends now. Level with me? I didn't ask you here today just to snap some wicked selfies. The truth is, Aleph, I have a much graver purpose. There have been some disturbances lately near a few of our plants. The plant that you fixed at Fey Rouge was actually one of several plants that have been disrupted recently. It's really quite strange. In all the years that the plants have been active, we've never had so many problems all at once. And they say I'm out of touch with the constituents. That went well, didn't it, Hastings? Yes, sir. It went well. It all almost seems like an organized attack. But I don't think there are any other cities in the world big enough to make war on Whiteforge. Oh, that must be the, Cassidy's famous garden. Those vegetables are huge. As large as we are. Yikes, Cassidy was our neighbor. It'll be awkward. Is it awful that Cassidy's death has been kinda pushed to the back of my mind? I mean, the funeral was just today, but I don't really know what to feel about it. I hardly knew Cassidy. It's almost like the most I can feel is guilty. Guilty that I, some totally random stranger, was the last person Cassidy got to be with, to talk to. Anyway, my guilt doesn't really matter. In fact, I don't matter in this situation at all. Which, strangely enough, seems to be the exact opposite of what the mayor's thinking. Somehow, he's got it in his head that I'm a hero for all this. Apparently, he's pinned all these hopes and dreams on me, even though I've just started. Something Undertale reference. What is that on your head, storyteller? Is that like a bunch of flowers? Is it a fungus? Is it a cold pack like you're sick? I sense this act is going to be a bit longer. Life can be real scary sometimes, can't it? Sometimes, you just don't know what's coming around the bend, or if you'll be prepared for it when it hits you. Well, listen close, because I'll let you in on a little secret. Over in the junkyard, me and my buds have been working on a little passion project, one might say. A set of obstacle courses, to be precise, built from a lot of scrapped and leftover pieces of power plants. You might find that practicing with us can ease you into the finer points of power plant fixing in the days ahead. You got that? If you're nervous about the tasks ahead, take the ground line to the junkyard and we'll take care of you, okay? Okay. Oh, cool. Thanks, Yuka. I'll try to stop by. Ah! Is she a ghost? Huh, I eat energy bars most mornings. Or, it's one of my one of my common breakfasts, energy bar, piece of fruit, maybe energy bar salad, maybe energy bar, piece of fruit, and yeah, you get the idea. Not too sweet. Guess that's the value of homemade. Homemade energy bar? It's like pemmican?
Aleph! There you are, right on time. We've got a brand new suit for you here, the latest model.
Oh, yeah. I'd been dreading that moment, but I'd tried to brush those feelings aside. I started shaking, feeling dizzy and nauseous. The suit was cramped and dark and suffocating. I think I started shouting or flailing. They managed to get me out. I ended up on a lobby armchair, dripping with sweat. Why? Was it some kind of PTSD thing after your previous experience? I guess.
Aleph, you all right there, champ?
I'm okay.
Ready to try again?
What? No. I'll go without it.
Fix without a suit? Is that really what you're saying?
Is the doctor wearing, like, plastic pipes?
Well, alright then, it's settled.
That doctor's probably right, but he clearly has zero emotional intelligence. I say he's right, I mean he's right that this is probably really a stupid thing to do. But we gotta have work, right? I think maybe I would still like to be friends. So, maps. We only have one map, right? What other maps are we gonna get? We going to another continent? Oh, I already forgot. What did the mayor recommend? The Dream Dram plant or the Restview plant?
If you're not sure where to go first, the Restview Beach Power Plant is currently the most stable out of the three. It's me, the one they call Travel Bob.
Yeah, this really is pretty near the Fey Rouge region. Are you parent? His mom! Oh, Aleph, honey. So nice of you to drop in. Turns out there was a problem with the irrigation system due to a pesticide additive and...
So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time. Now, to take the ferry cost a nickel.
So that's why they say that it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill.
I think a lot of people misunderstood a little bit what I was arguing.
Cool. Okay, I gotta get going now. I love you, honey. Far to the north, I can see the great waterfall stretching across the entire horizon. Must look incredible from up close, but hardly anyone's actually been there. Oh. So we're in a ginormous lake. I should tell you. I think I know what happened to the plant. What did you see? The other day, a humongous creature came lumbering in from the south. It was sorta shaped like a giant ox, and you could feel its distant footsteps shaking the ground. Then, while it was still a ways off, some smaller creatures started flying out of the big one, headed towards the plant. It was quite the sight. I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm sure it had something to do with the power plant failure. Suppose it's not really safe here. That creature could come back at any moment. Scary. Huh. Wasn't expecting to be inside a creature today. Hello there. I am called the Starfish of Restview. Ever since the ferries stopped, I have allowed the people to reach the surrounding islands through my arm passages. Oh, no need to introduce yourself. I know your name is Aleph. I am Sidekick. It means I can know what you are thinking. You mean Psychic? You wish to repair the gas station, don't you? But your path is blocked by rubble. I get it, you're talking into our head. But you're not a human, man, so you don't have our, human grammar rules. I'm undertaking a lot of vital planning. Which option do you think would facilitate greater gains in my workplace productivity? But I say a posturepedic ergonomic saddle seat would, I think. You're probably right. Though I might miss the extra blood flow to my frontal cortex that would be facilitated by the circulopedic. Or circulopedic. I think you are a little too concerned about your work, whatever it is. It's probably not that important.
Bullshit jobs.
What the? Those plants are walking? Guess things can be a little odd around here, eh? Yeah, this energy is very natural, isn't it? Seems like a good source of energy, compared to, say, where we are on Earth now. You know, it's renewable, it's in all living things, grows from plants. Of course, this could be like the origin of the Shinra Power Company. Maybe that's how they initially justified it to themselves, too. Oh, so is the tour cancelled? Yes, I'm really sorry. I have to. That's just policy. The museum, well, we're busy getting ready for an upcoming exhibition, and... don't worry, it's fine. I'm fine touring around myself. I'm sure things can get pretty busy here. Oh, okay, great, thanks. I know it's such a shame, but feel free to come back once the exhibition opens. I'll be happy to give you a tour of it, or come back another time for a general tour. Yeah, I can't go any further because there's a fence. I wasn't sure from the angle if there was a fence, but yeah. So I guess, from the perspective, we should understand that this fence loops around the entire semicircular top of the patio, and the side of the and one side of this glass fence or railing or whatever I should call it is completely invisible to us so that we can see the characters more clearly. And I'm guessing those are flowers and not bowls of delicious popcorn. You can scare the thieving ragbirds away by jumping at the feeders where they come to roost. Make sure not to frighten any of my darling snowlets, though. You do well over a short period of time, there may be a sweet treat in it for you. What do you say? Hey Roland, you wouldn't happen to be aware of Roland Barth. Does he exist in this parallel universe? Wow, this is really sweet. How can kids eat these? I also tend not to like very sweet things. You know, you're a really cool person, Aleph. No, Stanley. Stanley.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
The trains cometh and the trains goeth away. Real wisdom here from your fave train operator, Riaz.
We're so pleased to welcome you to our beautiful home.
Okay, magical Yuka? Aleph, you made it! I'm looking forward to you putting our courses to the test. I'm Yuka, as you know, lead course designer. This is Trunks, She's our lead course fabricator. Hey. Dahlia used to travel a lot with her dad's work, so she's the remote plant consultant and the course editor. Nice to meet you, Ms. Aleph. This is a pretty, fancy operation you have going here for a bunch of people in a junkyard. And this is my kid sibling, Pollen. Pollen is lead decorator. She makes all the daisy chains. Also, she gets us ice cream. I like your flower crown, Pollen. Anyways, here's 3 practice courses you can visit. Just let me know where you want to go. It's like a sap powder course when you, well, just do it. Yeah. Huh. Oh, am I gonna hear the, kid speak? Oh. No, Pollen doesn't want to speak. Oh, she can talk. Let's get some lunch. I like how, at this point, we've had these mechanics related to eating that don't seem to affect the game at all. So we do the little mini game with the birds, and then Roland rewards us. But he's not rewarding us with something that is like mechanically valuable. It's just, for the sake of the story alone, we think, yeah, I kind of want to try a piece of candy, yeah. I heard you train with my kids, Yucca and Pollen. Oh, you're the mother! You look a lot like your elder daughter. They were so excited to have a real-life power plant worker testing their designs. I appreciate it. Oh, no problem. They were a big help. Glad to hear. They're bright kids. What'll it be? I get it. They're all plant, so it's aloe, yucca. Pollen breaks it because I don't think pollen is just like is like plant sperm, you know? You had to remind yourself, like, okay, now I'm gonna go to work. Oh, wait, no, hold on, darn, I need to sleep. I forget to sleep too, sometimes, like right now. Hope you like muffins. Muffins are the only food I know how to make. I love muffins. We can have meat muffins for dinner and jam muffins for dessert. Oh, I was gonna say, how can you only know how to make muffins? But I realized, okay, these are not what I'm thinking of as muffins. Wonder if I should set off some disaster myself. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But, yeah. Anyways, if you're interested, it's in the new releases section. Aleph strikes me as a nice but kind of humorless person. Wait a minute. The reason for those weird hair colors, right? The dye, like 2 bangs at the front. Are those bangs? Whatever you'd call them. It's because those are the colors of the energy. The Restview Beach Association formed there. Yeah, so it was a fishing village. Researchers found it had ideal conditions for this plant. There's a Restview. Then they built the Restview Beach Association, set aside funds for a resort. Look at these beautiful lake country. When was the last time I played a game that let you just walk around the overworld like this without enemies, just enjoying the environment? I guess it must have been, yeah, it was probably Terranigma. That's been a long time ago. Feels like to me now. It really wasn't that long ago. Just stopping by this. Oh, these rocks are weird looking. They too look like lamps. Where the waking and sleeping selves meet? I'll take a sample in the container Dr. Wodznik gave me. Weirdo clumps. Color of the rocks. Also, that one behind us looks like a human face, in silhouette. In profile, I mean. Balance, that's the name of the game. Oh, is that bubble device? Yeah, it is. Can I make this jump? I don't think so. Yahoo! Whoa, I did! Nice work, Aleph. She can jump so many times her own body length. Or her own width, or whatever the heck word I should use there. Whoa, bouncy. At least you can have a bit of fun doing that, I guess. It's like going to the amusement park, except here you're at work. I don't know if that means the amusement park is horrible or work is fun. In this case, it's probably more amusement park being horrible. I guess maybe this is just sort of exhaust? I mean, what else could it be? What else could explain why there are these sort of hoses, these openings that just shoot this stuff out for no clear reason? I understand that they're doing it because it's malfunctioning, but why would they be built to do that? Maybe it's like the system is generating excess energy and the unbalanced energy. What's shooting out of these sort of turrets are excess energy, and usually it only shoots out a little bit of excess energy in order to keep the balance necessary to maintain the system. But in this malfunctioning state, it's constantly out of balance, and that's why it's always shooting out these, the energy. We've found Paxton. Doesn't sound too good. Paxton is not a cool old guy. I think Paxton must be older than Cassidy, but not by that much. Cassidy was probably the second oldest technician. Whatever the proper technical title is. They just call us numbers. It's so dehumanizing. Though the mayor is clearly trying not to do that. Okay, let's... Look, let's stop worrying about our co-workers for a minute. And worry about... Oh, maybe I could do it like this. There we go.
What a great job again.
Paxton and I fixed up the plant together. I'm coming back now. But what did Paxton do? But if I'm going to be working in these plants, I should know what's going on. No need to be confrontational, Aleph. I'm merely looking out for the best interests of Whiteforge.
Ha 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 ha! That's what we're all doing here! Go team! Ha ha ha!
Where do you buy that candy? I don't know where they come from. On my 65th birthday, I received a tureen filled with these candies and a note that said, "For young'uns." I've been handing them out ever since. Probably was from some relative, right? Maybe maybe in the past he did a huge favor for someone and he didn't realize it because to him he didn't even register. While tours of this power plant have historically been strictly prohibited, a number of legal viewing spots are available. Historically? How old are these power plants? I don't really get it. I never turned in a book late myself, you know? Not that I'm blaming you. Just, yeah. Well, kids and all, maybe. Who knows? Well, yeah, well, oh well. Wow, that was awkward. Let's get out of here. Yara's having a rough time. I wanted to cook the garden vegetables. I wanted to show that I could do something for myself, but it's all ruined. Hey, come here. Come here. What tune? Oh. Are you humming Even the Ocean? Yeah, you know it? My mom used to sing it to me as a lullaby. Can you sing it to me? Yeah. The idea of love as this universal thing that crosses all barriers. It just intimidates me. Because I don't think I get that.
Well, it's because it's not true.
I'm here to fix the power plant and...
Oh, fixing the power plant, are you? Big strong Aleph fixing the fancy power plant, huh? Well, Aleph, why don't you show me what an amazing person you really are?
Well, the wind's something fierce again today. I fastened down my canvases and come to terms with the organic matter that will intermingle with my paint strokes. Leaves, seeds, dirt, sand. I give up the semblance of control. I release myself from the tyranny of purity. I am part of the world, and it is a part of me. I can paint no truer expression of myself than one mottled with earth.
Do you buy that?
Look, Ling, those curly cues on your face make me so hot I can't think straight. He is well protected. It's impossible. You'll never make it. Never make it. Ever make it. Never make it. Never make it. You'll never make it. Ever. Don't you see you can make it? I implore you to reconsider. Okay.
Man, you give Mario a run for his money, as they say. I mean, they always say that about Mario specifically. That's that classic phrase that they always are telling people at the Olympics, you know. Wow, you could give Mario a run for his money. They're always saying that. Why isn't this working?
Whoa!
Maybe we've discovered a new sport with the shield powers we've been... Well, they're not powers, but using the shield the way we do. Obviously, it should not be used in this repair context like this. You know, it's just sort of a matter of time before it gets somebody really badly hurt, obviously. These plants' layouts are pretty badly made. I mean, they don't seem designed for people to walk through them. They're mostly automated processes, but still, you'd think that they'd be a bit more ergonomic than this. Did she just float on top of whatever? There's Lopez. You saved my life, Aleph. I'm just glad you're alright, Lopez. Things have been getting really messed up at these plants lately. So it's not just me? Job was never so dangerous before. It feels like the world is out to get us, you know?
Hit me with that positive energy!
This shouldn't be too tough. There we go.
Great job yet again, Aleph. Did you make contact with Lopez?
I did. She was in a bit of a bind, but I was able to get her out. Why didn't she just call for help on her radio? I'm on my way back now.
Excellent. I'll see you for debriefing.
Come to think of it, why didn't our boss let her know that I was coming on the radio? They have radios, right? Now the Geomes have the upper hand, and once again, we've been put on the defensive. Geomes? Upper hand? What did I miss? As initial observation would suggest, we have confirmed that the large creatures in question consist of a heretofore unheard-of mix of animal, vegetable, and mineral materials.
We're calling them geomes. There appear to be 3 distinct geomes that we know of, each made of a different mix of stuff. A walking earth geome, flying air geome, and swimming sea geome.
I don't understand. Did you determine their makeup from the carcass sample I brought back? What do the carcasses have to do with the geomes? The geomes have been attacking with spore-like offshoots, small creatures formed from their materials, which float off and disrupt energy patterns in our power plants. The carcasses you saw were the remains of these spores. There are several steps we're taking to prevent further damages. We currently do not have heavy weaponry installed at the outer plants. In order to attack the geomes, we need you to redirect the power plant exhaust vents to concentrate on a specific point near each geome. The combined energy discharge should unbalance the geome's energy alignment and drive them away from the plants. Get to the central control room and we'll guide you through the process from there. It won't be dangerous at all if I get there before the geome does. And the best chance we have of beating the geomes to the plants is splitting up. I agree with Lopez. None of us should be going alone.
It's settled then. You'll all go together.
You've got to be kidding me. Paxton, don't you remember what happened the last time we all went alone? If one of us were to get trapped while a geome was attacking... Fine. Let's get on with it already. So where are we headed? O magnanimous leader is what he's being sarcastic.
Hastings, the map!
Well, speak up. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? If you mean, what am I doing while I am here? I am standing. Oh, pedant. Yes indeed. Hey, I'm Aleph. Are you new around here? I don't think I've seen you around before. Ah, your name is Aleph. My name is... a word used to identify my body and personality in contrast to others of the same category. Interesting sentiment. What is wrong with you? Well, you may call me... humus? Like soil? I'm trying out Cassidy's slow cooker, so I won't be able to burn anything. I'd seen her cook so many times before that I thought I could just wing it. Now, you can't just wing cooking. You gotta have a recipe. She was the cutest, bustling around in her apron and talking to me. Well, you don't need a recipe. If you're a beginner, you do. After a while, you can do it without him. It's a specific kind of talking, when your mind is half occupied with another task, and you just kind of blab unself-consciously to someone you love. She was the cutest. That's a good memory. It's funny for me to imagine Cassidy as cute, though. She always struck me as hard-nosed or gruff. Not in a bad way, just... I know what you mean, but I think everyone needs to be cute. In some time and in some way. To embody cuteness with someone is to become vulnerable. To ask them to love you in a way that is simple and safe. Sometimes people can't afford to be cute. If the world's not a safe place for their vulnerability. But I'm glad Cassidy could have that with me. Right on. I've got a message for you. Paxton said to tell you that he woke up early and decided to go on ahead to Riverton to scout things out. That's not good. Okay, well, thanks for delivering the message.
Certainly.
Oh, wait, you're Aleph, right? Yes? I have a message for you. From Paxton? Nope. Lopez said to tell you she had a family emergency, but she'll be meeting up with you at Riverton as soon as she can. What? Are you serious? Oh, this is not good. What's the matter? We were all supposed to go together. I guess I just need to hurry and meet up with Paxton as quickly as possible. Yeah? Guess so. Ooh! A normal person, that jump would have broken her legs. That thing is tall. Very tall crops here. I don't doubt that they have good yields. Yes, I'm a technician for Whiteforge. Spread the word to all your city friends about Ayano's Riverton-made boats. They're the smoothest ride in all the land. My boats are sturdy, dependable, and perfectly aligned every time. These are my trophies. My homeroom class says I'm the best swimmer, weightlifter, science fair project creator, mathematics contest solver, cooker, local charity society member, history test taker, scholastic bowl answerer, robotics club engineer, artist club painter, and artist club sculptor. Ooh, talented kid. Why are they outside, though? It seems a bit unsafe if you want them to last. Where are your parents? They're at work. Missouri watches me. Did you know my mom and dad make the trophies? I'm a little suspicious about your classmates' opinions. Hi, miss. You're the guardian. Yeah, whose trophies are these, the kids? Oh, those are my sisters. Oh, you're... her sister. Okay. Mine are in the house, though. I've only got a few. And I'm older than my sister, too. Oh, that's okay. Who needs trophies anyways? I don't have any trophies. At least, not yet. Yeah, but I want one. Well, yeah, but you have a huge amount of attention from the mayor. You know, you got publicity. Just remember, we've got a history. Riverton used to be a large, agriculture-driven town before food production centralized in Whiteforge. Things aren't as big as they used to be here, but we get by. Riverton, it always gets by. Are you a monster hunter? Do you hunt monsters? Actually, I'm a technician. I fix power plants. See? Why did they design the plant so that you pass by those lasers like that? What were these engineers thinking? Surely these buildings would just sort of be a series of corridors. Is there some reason they're not? I mean, it just seems impractical the way they've decided to do it. Don't worry, I'm not here to gloat. I just wish you'd waited like we'd agreed on. Paxton? Paxton! No, no, no! Why didn't you just wait? We were supposed to go together this time. We were supposed to be a team. What chance can we possibly have with you running off ahead and Lopez gone too? We're all in the same boat. Or we used to be. Now you're off on your own. I hope it's better. I'll come back for you after I stabilize the plane, okay? Wait right here. What's this in Paxton's armor? Looks like some kind of letter. P, this isn't the job we signed on for. It's not right that we should be put through this. This is the letter, right? We can get away from it all. Remember that place I told you about? Begin at the Solitary Oak. Travel... Oh, I better, take notes. So let's see, there was the Solitary Oak where lovers meet, right? Oh, all the smooches that oak has seen over the years. Smooches and soft thighs. Okay, hold on. Where is this place? Oh. Caravold was not merely ancient, like our ancestors, but existed long before, in an almost entirely separate world, before the Great Drought essentially wiped the world clean. An entire civilization was built up, and then the world reset. Everything started over from nothing. Still more shocking were the archaeological records we found and translated in Caravold. Around the time of the drought, they had experienced a revelation quite parallel to our own. Another civilization, still older yet, had been consumed completely by a great flood. We can't be certain, but there appears to be a cycle. Drought, flood. Drought, flood. Every time the civilizations begin to reach a state of technological advancement, the end comes, whether by water or lack thereof. The end seems to be signaled by the appearance of 3 huge creatures, the geomes. These creatures act as harbingers, bringing about the apocalypse. We don't know how these creatures could cause these worldwide catastrophes, but we do know that Caravold fought the creatures, but only defeated 2 of the 3. And then they were overtaken by drought. We now believe that our only hope is to destroy all of the geomes before they bring about the next great flood, which will wipe out civilization as we know it. This is unbelievable. The geomes are here to bring the apocalypse? Aleph, now you see why it is so important to continue. Why you must not give up. Cassidy and Paxton laid down their lives for this cause. We must avenge their deaths and save all of mankind. That's the thing. All this information fades away, and we can't even start to measure what was missing. It's kind of scary. Anyways, Reject is an important circle from that time. Their photos and essays seem to be conveying an anxiety about the whole situation, and instability in the time.
The streets belong to us!
It's so beautiful. Is this your home?
Ah, good one, Aleph.
Huh?
This is your home. I picked it out for you while you were away.
My home?
After everything you've done for the city, it's the least we could do.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
I have already sent the movers to take care of all your belongings.
Without asking? I'll probably keep coming back here even though it's not as convenient, huh? Yeah, well, I invited Humus to stay with me for the time being. Ah, great. We're gonna have to have dinner with this guy. I have to fight the Geomes. For Paxton. For Cassidy. Cassidy never knew about all this. I know. I just meant Cassidy would have fought to save. Don't tell me what Cassidy would have done. Of course Cassidy would have saved the world if she could have. I don't get why you're mad at me. I don't know. You're just really ticking me off. Fine. You know, I'm under a lot of pressure here. I thought that you, of all people, would appreciate what I'm going through. But if you're just gonna be mad at me, then I'm gonna go. Good. Get the impression Yara's mad at us because either she knows something we don't, or she thinks we're sort of siding with these rich old jerks. I just wanted to feel like she had my back, but apparently that's too much to ask. Whatever, I have to get going. I mean, the mayor and the doctor have our back, but doesn't feel... They're not really our... You know, they don't really feel like friends, because they're not, really. Why'd you let Paxton in on this, but not us, huh, Lopez? Paxton? Paxton, is that you? Aleph! What are you doing here? Lopez, I have something to tell you. I can't believe it. Paxton. Why is this happening, Aleph? Why? It's all wrong. I know, Lopez. I'm sorry. I'm working through it with Biggs and Wodsnick, though. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you see, Aleph? They don't care about us. They're using us to do their dirty work, and all the while things just keep getting worse and worse. You need to get away, too. I don't have a choice. Maybe they don't care about me. I know Wodsnick sure doesn't. But when it comes to facing the Geomes, we're all in this together. I have to keep at it. Take care, Lopez. It's a politician and some really cold-hearted old guy, you know. I don't think they really care much about us in particular, but when it comes to civilization-ending threats, as far as I'm concerned, at that point, we don't have time to, you know, mess around like this. Mom, do you and Dad have some place to go? Like, if you were in trouble, or if something happened to the house? Well, sure, dear. We could stay with your aunt and uncle in Whiteforge. What's all this about, honey? Well, it's not a fountain if it's frozen. It's just a little ice thing. An ice rink. For a moment, I thought it was Jingle Bells. Wow, does that guy look the same as our mayor? Having a bit of fun is all well and good, but she always interrupts right before my solo. Well, you know teenagers. She's part of that, what's it called? Emo trend. Yeah, let's get out of there. The cover says Dolores' diary. Should I take a peek? Probably not. Let's just be disrespectful. If we meet Dolores, we'll let her know her diary's here. Why isn't this working? The lift key, it's gone missing?
Weird, huh? The water doesn't freeze because it's always in motion, always cycling. If it gets cold enough, it will still freeze, but I guess it's not that cold here.
If we open the pods between the pools,
the energy flows.
Okay, but if that's your job, then this is mine. I'm reading the kid's diary. So this isn't actually a diary, but I knew you'd try to read it if I put that on the cover. I'm surprised how calm everyone is about the giant monsters appearing. Wait, it's actually floating? I thought it was just a bunch of tall buildings. I didn't realize it was actually floating. I feel a little less safe here now. The centerpiece of the apex and the symbol of modern Whiteforge is the Sunray Spire. Unnecessary comma. The Sunray Spire transmits numerous wireless signals both locally and throughout the world to facilitate the spread of resources and information, making possible our way of life. Yeah, some history. Well, I am playing a video game on the job, but it's not a violent video game. I'm just shooting these angroids with my kindness phaser, which creates joy explosions. Oh, is that like a kind of jab at There's some games where where to be non-violent, they carry on exactly the same kinds of combat mechanics. They just contextualize it as something else. So, for example, Princess Remedy in A World of Hurt. You're actually it's just sort of a shoot 'em up kind of thing. But what you're doing is you're like suddenly inside people's bodies and mindscapes and shoot at the bad thoughts or germs or whatever that are making them unhealthy. But it's still fundamentally a violent shoot 'em up. It's just reframed, so instead of hurting stuff, you're helping everybody.
Here in the deep, dark forest, the Zumbinis soon encounter the Fleens.
Those kids who said their parents worked at some office in the woods. In this woods? Care to keep going, Bugman? Thanks, Bugman. I was not expecting a neoclassical giant librarian here. Oh, are you the father of that gifted girl? Good evening, dear. Aleph, is it? We received word that you would be arriving to deal with the geome creature. You must have had a very long journey. Sometimes these woods can play tricks on you, but I hope that my books help to guide your way. Why is that stuff there? Why don't you just make a clear, simple path here? Do you have to do that every time you go to work? Ooh, I like that, reading lady. Is she some sort of muse? Maybe. Think I should let Lopez know what's going on? Yeah, they're in Whiteforge, alright. Yeah, I think it is Uriel 4, probably. Wait, isn't Uriel an archangel? Well, anyway. At last, the Uriel 4 cannons charged and fired, their sights set on the geomes. The weapons hit right on target. Deadly concentrations of light energy crackled across the geome's vast halls. The huge creatures wavered, and their advance on Whiteforge ground to a halt. Plumes of toxic gas billowed from their wounded sides. But in the end, the geomes would not die. Each one slowly limped away to nurse its wounds in a distant corner of the Earth. Based on our survey of Carvold's technology, we assumed that we could match and surpass any sort of weaponry they might have used to fight the geomes. So we focused on our domestic infrastructure, and we began to work on the Uriel 4 cannons. But we have failed, where they, at least partially, succeeded. we need you to go back to Koravold and scour the place for clues about how they destroyed their geomes. Everything okay? The city is been attacked. Surprised how calm everyone is about this. Yeah, they're giant monsters attacking the city. Whatever. Cassidy had a top position, an office, cleanliness, safety. No need to do dangerous field work. How dare you say that? Cassidy was transferred to the technician department because of people like you, Apex officials who thought she was a freak. Don't you dare insinuate that what happened to her was my fault. She's coming from that direction? Hey, what's going on here? Yara, are you okay? Aleph, they want to take Humus. Ah, Aleph, you can be reasonable, right? This Humus character has got to have something to do with the Geome attack. It's plain as day. We're not out for blood. We're just worried about everyone's safety. What in the... what? You think some random vagabond has something to do with the giant monsters? There must be hundreds of random vagabonds in town. What are you guys on about?
This is obviously a cage of some sort.
No personal entity directs the actions of the Geomes. So then, why Whiteforge? Why now? You can't tell me this is just random chance. Whiteforge and its power plants are being specifically targeted. Your question is too broad to answer accurately, but it is correct that the Geomes attacks are not random at a high level in the same sense of a dice roll being used to determine their targets. I don't have time for this. How would I even tell if you know anything about this or if you're just making stuff up? Ah, Aleph. I think I need some time alone. Okay, fine, we're not going to talk to you about that the world's ending. A dead land, huh? Well, it's clearly not dead, there's living things here. Look, I just want to head to Koravold, right? I guess it's sort of like how there used to be that other civilization on Earth that we learned about in Strange Journey, huh? What is it? According to this document, the Karavoldish developed 3 types of explosive devices, each type targeting the chemical makeup of a specific geome. They then sent operatives inside the geomes themselves to place the bombs in crucial weak points. Apparently, this was enough to destroy the geomes, although one operative failed the mission. We're a hunted woman. It's a tall cliff. I wonder if this place used to be full of life. Perhaps. Where was that again? I think it might be here. Yeah. Whoa! Glad they happened to grow mid-air that way. These are some... almost look like giant pine cones, don't they? Whoa, look at that tree! What's this wind? Whoa! That guy is tall. It's one tall ox. It also looks like a geome. Doesn't even care, eh? But what is this wind rising up? It appears to be rising off of these, strange little tube-shaped plants. They must emit wind. This is a very beautiful land we're in. To a lot of people, everything that's not the city is nature. Some monolithic and exotic ideal. Good for a vacation, scary when it acts up. If they'd let me have my say, I'd have, well... I guess they didn't, and there's no point in me taking your head off over it. I think she meant talking our head off. Not at all. I mean, I wish you had been in on some of those earlier conversations. Maybe you could have helped. maybe we wouldn't be in this situation now. Oh, that must be the Geome's leg! Did we go in through that hole, I guess? What the? It's crawling around, eh? Oh, I think we've seen crawling plants before, somewhere. Am I remembering right? Okay, yeah, this place is out to kill us! That's pretty clear right now. So yeah, maybe all of these really are sort of symbiotic organisms that are connected to the geome. But they're still part of it. Like, they're the spores the geome gives off. These little critters I'm encountering here are some variant of those, aren't they? Alright, the initial setup is done. Now to go around and plant the bombs, which work similarly to the lenses in Whiteforge. Wow, our technology is similar, eh? I'll put it into this, body nodule. It is like a pore. I guess it's kind of... I mean, it'd be a little disturbing to imagine, like, being able to have something thin enough that you could stick it into your pore. But when you have a zit, you always kind of want to do that, don't you? The bombs went off inside of the Earth geome. As it collapsed, Aleph safely made her way back down to Karst Pass. Well, it's time for me to turn in for the night. Frankly, it looks like it's still pretty sunny out, maybe sunset, but after what you've done, you deserve a break. I'd say sweet dreams, but you know when you're traveling, that's when you have the weirdest dreams. And the weird dream thing will only be exacerbated in these circumstances. No, I do not know everything, but I am not curious. Also, I do not trust that the process of questioning humans will lead to greater understanding. Oh, you're so obnoxious. So, I guess that's Caravol's script along the bottom of the... Wait, I thought this was a map fragment. It looks more like a photograph of the map with an X on it. Wait, hold on, this isn't of the map. This is of the actual overworld. I guess these are some kind of satellite photos. About the sea bombs. Is that even on this continent? The continent can't be that big if Aleph is able to just walk across it in a day like this, can it? Papery bark kind of trees. The bag has a picture of a starlit nighttime sky on it. Well, that about does it for this silo. Better make my way out and to the geome. I'm not sure how she possibly could have gotten out of there. Aleph must have some amazing abilities that I am totally unaware of. Utterly unaware of. There's something interesting. Something about this huge statue gives me chills. This has nothing to do with my mission. I better move on. Does that statue perchance wear a sneer of cold command? Yeah, we're at the edge of that vast abyss. Oh no! When you understand the true meaning of obedience, you will see that there is beauty and grace to be found in existence. I mean, I guess if you mean everybody exists for a reason and you're obeying that reason, like if you have a natural predilection to be an artist or a scientist or something and you really pursue that, I guess maybe if you're framing that as obedience. I just think that's a harmful way to frame it. I think that sort of promulgates and reproduces harmful social standards. Enoch? Though I don't think I'm gonna change your mind about much. Hey, yeah. Are the geomes naturally occurring? If they have machines like this in them, I can't imagine what motivation the ancient Caravold civilization might have had. Like this is how we're going to get through it. What the ancient Caravoldians might have had, what motive could possibly have existed for them. This is pretty consistently tough. Could have existed for them to install, doors and security apparatuses while they're going inside the geomes to kill them. Especially since these can't be the same geomes they went inside to kill, right? Because they killed 2 of them, so maybe one of these could be? I guess that means that the planet has sort of regrown the geomes. That's a bit disheartening, ain't it? Yeah, those things are gonna follow our movement exactly. What's that noise? Is that lady levitating? It's a different kind of keeping balance since we're sticking to the middle road of this place. I say middle road. There's just one road. We just gotta stick to the middle of that road. Ugh, great. Look, I can't be getting grumpy now. This is the last geome. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't ruin it just there. Okay, be slow. We'll let it go down. It went down. Let it go. There we go. Now we dump this in here. And I think that's all 5 now, right? This is it. The last one. Bombs are planted. Time to finally put this all to rest. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I guess we, at this point, could just come back to these outer continents at some later time, couldn't we? When I first went here, I felt so magical. Now that our mission's complete, I kinda would just like to explore the place, give a proper scientific survey. But back to Whiteforge. I get the feeling whatever's waiting for us back home is gonna be trouble. Yeah, blood rain. Bad sign. I failed. This is the flood, right? It's all gonna begin again, right? It's the end of the world. Huh? Is that what's going on here? Aleph! Yara, what's happening in the city? I lost radio contact. I don't know. People are freaking out. After the geomes attacked the city, word got out that they were bringing an apocalyptic flood. When this rain started up, everyone figured you'd failed to destroy them. What happened? I destroyed them. All of them. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. What? So what's happening? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. I just did what I was supposed to do. Okay, so Whiteforge alters the energy alignment of many places to create extremes. Oh, of course! Aleph, when a person's energy level reaches an extreme, they die. So the world is dying because we unbalanced it. Humus, can extreme energy disparities like those created by Whiteforge's power plants increase the chances of the flood? Yes, that is correct. No. It can't be. What have I done? How could we have been so wrong? The geomes were trying to destroy the plants. They were trying to rebalance the world. And I killed them. I killed them all. Aleph, we don't know why the geomes attacked. It could have been a coincidence. Don't you see? It doesn't matter, Yara. Either way, they could have saved us from ourselves, but I blew it. It's all over. It's all over. Uh-oh. This is worse than the rain. We met so many people, and all so full of life, their own names and ambitions. It doesn't matter to the world. All of them are dead. All of them. We all ended up joining old Cassidy, huh? So, it's all just inevitable then. No matter how many cycles of civilization pass, will people always just end up with destructive power structures like an invasive species? The way Humus describes it, it's just like clockwork. Like we never had a choice. Like nothing matters. Like nobody's really right or wrong. I do experience the universe primarily as interlocking systems playing out. But remember this, Aleph. I too have a limited perspective in the face of the sheer complexity of existence. I don't think we can ever really know what we have true control over, or what humans are capable of as a whole. And if we don't know, well, then there's some worth to fighting for things even if they seem impossible, or trying to think of different paths in the face of what feels inevitable. But now, it's too late, right? It's also hopeless. Not just us, not just our lives, but Whiteforge. Everything. I mean, maybe if we could write it all down for the next cycle of the world. But how? And that is the story called Even the Ocean. It burns their hand, huh? From here on is some secret content. Make sure to use the post-ending warp function from the menu if you ever get stuck. What? Get stuck? Wait, the statue's just a devlog?